Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of For Such a Time as This, a podcast about calling, timing, and trusting God in the season that you're actually in, not just the one you hope to be in. My name's Bethany, and I'm your host. This season is our second season. It's called Single and Set Apart. So I'm talking to Christian singles or people that were single kind of later in life but aren't single anymore. And I'm super excited for what you guys might learn in this season. So let's just sit back, relax, and see what God might have for you in this episode. Hi guys, this is my friend Edwin.
Hey.
We are here on another episode of For Such a Time as This, our second season, which is Single and Set Apart. Edwin, thank you for being here. I'm so excited to have you.
That's so cool. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's just jump right in. Tell us kind of about your singleness journey.
My singleness journey. Okay. Well, I'm 36.
Okay.
I'll be 37 in May.
Okay.
So I will have to say it kind of started as a teenager.
Okay.
Where I am today. But I'm gonna just start there. So when I was probably 13, my youth pastor, her name was Carrie Matthews, and it kind of made me a tad bit upset. I remember coming to church. We were on this youth retreat
Mm-hmm.
called Rock, and they have it everywhere, every year in the Ocean City. And I don't know how the topic came up, but she was like, all right, guys, you're not supposed to have sex until you're married.
Okay.
That topic came up.
Good to know.
So I was like, I got mad at that point because I was like, I don't want to get married till I'm in my 30s. I gotta wait.
Yeah, that's valid. That's so valid. Okay.
I gotta wait all that time. But that started molding who I was at the time because I started taking my that celibacy journey serious.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as God, like I said, has been molding me, that my high school and college journey, I think, was a bit of a challenge because, that's not cool, in high school. That's not cool, So it was kind of uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It was uncomfortable, just being myself. It's
Yeah.
I want to represent God, but I want to be cool and fit in.
Right, that's fair. You went to public high school and
Yeah.
college? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to private high school, so I'm sure it's even harder. Public school.
Yeah, so it's been a journey, but that was obviously in my high school years and my college years. But I was not. I eventually lost my virginity, and I kind of caved into the standards.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have a 13-year-old son. He's about to be 14. But it's just been a journey from my 20s to my 30s. So I would say overall, my experience is just God's grace, His mercy, and Him covering me through each stage of my life. So I kind of just take notes every year. I pray to God, mental notes. And I think kind of when you go on a date, it's you expect to eventually get married. So
Right.
I've been dating, since I was in college pretty much, and still single. So I think it's just really, I've learned, I think a big part of why we're here is just character building and God constantly putting us in that fire and
Right.
molded.
Yeah, and molding us. Yeah.
So overall, the singleness journey, it's just all it's just really just bringing me closer to God.
Mm-hmm.
And just learning and becoming a better me each day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's overall, I guess in just one word, a journey. I am happy to say that the past 4 years I have been celibate. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I appreciate just constantly growing and growing.
Right.
So, and learning. And I think the main thing is grace. Not only God blessing me with His grace, but we have to give it to other people as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Have you had long-term relationships in there, or it's just been a bunch of dating?
Yeah. So in the college age, I met the mother of my child, and I think it was just kind of forced. When you're young like that, it's you know, you don't really, well, I didn't have like any boundaries, you know, I didn't have like certain standards I was supposed to have. And I kind of like, even so recently to over the past years, I think I expect people to kind of just know certain things. I feel like I shouldn't have to have certain conversations. So, but you know, like in today's day and age, it's like you have to say, hey, these are my expectations. So
Yeah.
for sure, say these are my expectations. So then you're aligned, and that's called clear communication. You know, so I say all that to say, during that time when I met the mother of my child, I didn't have any of those things. We did have a child together. And I would probably say I met her in 2010, and probably for like the first 4 years of knowing her, that was kind of like a relationship that was like long term. But from 2014 to 2020, it was just like an on and off thing. So I guess that's kind of like a 10-year relationship, 5-year, maybe 5 years technically. Yeah.
Okay. And then how does parenthood shape like your singleness and dating nowadays?
Parenthood. I think the good thing is just about getting older and getting closer to Christ. It's just like that fully being surrendered. And just including God on every decision that I make. So I would probably say parenthood is just like I do my Bible studies. I do Bible studies specifically for single parents. And it's just following God's voice. I would probably say it's not too different. And I respect everybody's feelings or how they feel. If I say, hey, I like you, I want to take you out, and somebody says, you know, if she says, I want to start my own family, you know, you already have a child, I respect that because I had like the same mentality when I was younger before I had a son.
Right.
So just getting past your feelings, getting past like, you know, I'm at this point where you kind of expect certain things to happen. And when you have standards, when you have boundaries, when you have Jesus in your life, it kind of like you're like that anomaly where it's like the field you're picking from is so small. It's 8 billion people down here on this earth.
Right.
You might be picking from
Yeah.
20 million. Like that's your range, you know? So it's really just like bringing everything to God. I will say like the last woman that I dated, she was like kind of scared to meet my son.
Okay.
And I didn't want to force it. She said like happenstance. If he's around or if I bring him to church, then and he's there, then cool. But I think like she kind of had a fear of, I don't know what it was. She was like, I've never been like a stepmom before. I've never dated anybody with children.
She might have been scared that he wouldn't like her.
That could be it. But so my ex is married now, and I was trying to tell her like he said he loves his stepdad.
Right.
So they have
Still, like even like for me, I'm thinking like if I did someone that has a kid, I would be a little bit nervous.
Okay.
Because I'm like, what if he doesn't like me? Then this is not gonna work.
I get it. I totally get it. I don't know. I guess some people may think you're lying. You say, "Oh, my kid's a good kid," but like he's a good kid. So,
Right.
but I think it's still like just merging like family dynamics and things like that.
For sure.
It can be, I guess that can be like a challenge as well, but I don't know, maybe like when you're meeting somebody's parents or something that you can kind of compare the two, like you want to be on your best.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. I don't want to speak for her. She might have a totally different idea, but that would be my first thought.
Got you. Yeah, I will say not to say, all right, I'm cutting you off, but I will say I think during the like 4 or 5 months that we dated, that was kind of like towards like the third or fourth month, I was like, hey, like my son's gonna be at church, and like it was like kind of like an anxiety that she would get.
Yeah.
I will say the next time if I date and there's kind of like an apprehensiveness, I'm gonna take a note. I'm not gonna say this is done, but I'm not gonna drag it out for
Just
5
keep
months.
your eye on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I feel like, cause you always know, like I've heard no response is a response.
Yep.
So if you keep responding the same way or not, it's kind of like, we'll just be friends. And that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm learning about life. It's just like, you have to expect inconsistencies from people. You have to expect people to be human. You have to just expect everything. You know what I mean? Because even when I pray to God, it's like, hey, God, I want this, but if you don't give it to me, let's pivot and you show me what to do. So I think that's the key. And when I don't get what I want, it's like I'm glad because it wasn't meant to be.
Right.
I don't want anything that
better than
right.
coming. Yeah.
So
Do you have certain boundaries around like how long you date someone before you tell them you have a son, or then before you let them meet him?
I'll probably tell him immediately. I would want you to know immediately, so then it's not like a year later. Oh,
well, yeah, yeah, okay. Not a year.
You know what I mean? So then, like, you just can just kind of be like, okay,
Right.
I'm okay with this. I'm not okay with this.
Yeah,
thing, you know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah. And then do you wait to introduce him to someone for a little while? I feel like maybe since he's older, it doesn't matter
Yeah,
when they're little.
I'm getting up there. Yeah, he'll be 14 this year. So I would probably just say when it gets serious.
Okay.
But I will have to say, like, I've only been in like one serious relationship in my whole life. So, and that was with his mother. So I really haven't had to introduce him to anybody.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
but yeah.
So what's been the like hardest or most tension-filled part of like your singleness season?
The hardest or most tensionous, I would probably say comparison. Probably comparison
Like comparing your life to what
to
other
other
Yep,
people.
yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, just learning to be grateful. Cause it's like it's hard to not see other people's journey. You know what I mean? It's like I said, I've been celibate for 4 years. I thank God. I feel like I thank him through my hard times. I will say that the verse of the day yesterday on the Bible was delight in the Lord and he'll give you the desires of your heart. And I was reading that and I was like, Edwin, you kind of mope in the Lord. You don't really delight in him all the time. When you're going through a difficult time, you kind of mope and complain a little bit.
Right.
So have you been delighting in me? And that kind of like, it was a light bulb that went off.
Yeah,
But
good reminder.
yeah, yeah. So that comparison, because like I said, I've been celibate for 4 years. I'm in my word. And it's like other people who kind of just like are doing the contrary. And people who like, I don't feel like they sacrifice like I have.
Right.
And it's been like a little bit of pressure as far as like my upbringing because I was like raised in the church. And it's like, God, I've been preaching like since I was 14. I've been at my job, like we hang out outside of work. I host the whole Bible study for you. People like will just stop me, say, hey, randomly, like, can you pray for me, please? I'm going through this and da 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 da. And I'm doing this, and I just want my woman to come.
Right.
And
I feel you. I'm the same. I grew up in church, so it's often like, all right, Lord, I've been doing all these things for a long time here. Yeah, I feel you. And with the comparison stuff, for me, social media is such a big trigger for that. I don't know how much you're on social media, but I've taken over the last like 6 months, I think I've taken like 2 different like social media like fasts for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time, because sometimes it just gets like, I'm happy for those people, I am,
right.
but when it gets to the point where I'm like not 100% happy and I'm a little bit jealous, I'm like, let me take a break and not see this over and over.
I'm not mad at you. How was it like for you as far as like your journey in singleness, and I guess what do you do besides like the social media phase when you have those moments?
Look at you asking me questions back. Nobody else has really asked, so we haven't even really heard my singleness journey. Yeah.
Really?
I'll say I haven't been someone's girlfriend in 5 years, but I was exclusively dating somebody about a year ago for a couple months.
Okay.
I grew up in the church. Once I was very sheltered, so I didn't even like have boyfriends talk to boys like through high school even. Yeah.
Is it like a pressure? I feel like it's like a pressure for girls because like I'm sure your dad is a big part of your life. Is it like, hey, don't be talking to any boys? Is it like...
My dad's not really that type of dad. Like, he's very present in my life, but he's not really the type of, like, don't be talking to boys.
Okay.
It's just, I went to private school, so it also was, like, we were taught, like, don't have sex before married,
Right.
don't spend time with guys by yourself, all the things. And I was I'm still introverted, but I was
Mhm.
insanely introverted in high school. Like,
I got you.
people were like, "Oh, you talk?"
I think I was the same way.
Yeah, so me talking to boys, no. But once I actually got into, like, the workforce, like, so when I started my job at Chick-fil-A, back when I was 17, then
You had to
you're
talk.
back in the, like, not in your Christian bubble anymore.
Yeah.
As much as Chick-fil-A is a Christian establishment,
Mm.
not all the people that work there are Christians.
Yeah.
So I had boys paying attention to me then. So I was like, oh,
Mm.
this is interesting.
Okay.
I like this. So went through a little phase of not, I mean, I was still following the Lord, but not following what he would have wanted me to do.
Got you.
Um,
Okay.
for a decent couple of years there, like throughout college years. And then after my last like breakup 5 years ago, I've spent the last like 5 years like just like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna try to do it your way, but hurry up.
I got you. I got you.
So
You
yeah.
don't mind me asking, if you don't mind me asking, because I was talking to Chat GPT the other day, and I made a list of like the foundation, the keys to a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
And then as well, just like personal preferences. Like, what do you think holds a relationship together besides Jesus?
Well, I mean, yeah, Jesus is the main answer, but then just the honesty and clear communication, I think are like the biggest things. And then like I'm not one of those people like pastor talks about like has like a list of 20 things and like you're not gonna find someone like that. I just have my basic like I want like a leader, protector, provider. So
You
that's
simple.
all I'm asking for.
I got you.
So yeah. What about you? What do you think?
I agree. Communication, values, equally yoked. And I think just like starting off, just being friends, like legit. Like, I think our perspective of life, like the world's perspective, kind of become our perspective. And it's like, it's entertaining, but it's irritating at the same time. When I hear somebody say, oh, you got to be 6'6", and she got to cook, and she got to do this and have this kind of body. I'm like, that could literally be like this blessing in front of you, but
Right.
they're not the right height. They don't make the right amount. And people's income changes like
Right.
yearly.
Yes.
So like,
Exactly. And if you're gonna get married, you're marrying someone and they're gonna be totally different in like 5 years, 10 years. That's a different person.
That's the thing. It's like, bro, you literally have a gift in front of you. You're like, well, her skin tone's not what I like, so.
Oh gosh. I mean, you do have to be attracted to them.
You do have, that is true.
But
that is very much.
you don't need to be that picky.
Yes,
Yeah.
like, yes. But, I was just curious.
No, yeah. Thanks for asking. Do you feel like pressure outside of your own pressure on yourself? Do you feel pressure from like other people, like within your family or church to like find someone?
Well, I have learned, like I said, I have learned to just be okay. Like, Jesus Christ is enough. And if I don't have it, it's not the right time or it's not meant to be. And I'm just grateful for where I'm at each moment. Not that I don't have moments of frustration, but I guess just to answer that question directly, I would say no, because like just learning the promises of God, he just says, I never leave or forsake you. I'll always be with you. I'm not a hair on your head will perish. It doesn't say I guarantee you the desires of your heart. It doesn't say I guarantee you marriage.
Right.
And there's a lot of you will suffer, and there will be sickness, and there will be contention with other people. So there's no guarantee. So I just feel like I look at it as like, I don't know if this is a silly analogy. I look at life as like the stove. Like they say, sometimes people put themselves on the back burner too much.
Yeah.
So God, all his stuff is on the front burner. My stuff is on the back burner. So when it comes to people's opinion and pressure, I would probably say no, and I'm kind of at the point right now. I'm good, but like I'm okay if I never get married. You know,
Yeah.
I have to be.
Right. Yeah,
have to
that's so
be.
fair. Yeah.
So, yeah, I will say, I did expect to be married by this time in my life.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with whatever I don't get, and I think that the suffering that I've been through, I've actually, just to give like a quick, not too long drawn out story. The last movie that I made, I'm a filmmaker, by the way, guys. The last movie that I made, I spent $35,000 on it, and that was like all the money that I had.
Yeah.
And it crushed me because my editor director stopped like answering my calls. He stopped editing the movie, and I had a deal to get it distributed, and they pulled out on the deal because they were like, "You're not serious. You're not getting the stuff." So I'm like, I'm $35,000 in a hole, and I don't have anything. I made this movie. I don't have anything to show for it.
Yeah.
So
That's rough.
God is pulling me out. This happened maybe like a year or two ago. So God is pulling me out. And I think just being in that place of being broken, like God showed me, like I'm right here. It hurts. I know it hurts, but I'm still with you. So I think as far as the pressure, like when you make it through those painful seasons, you realize like it didn't kill you. And so I would probably say it's no pressure, especially after going through things like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mhm.
That's good. So shifting a little bit from like what the tensions and the what's missing from life is, like, what has God shaped in you? Like, what's something that you've seen God do in this season of singleness for you? Besides, we just kind of talked about what's something else?
What has God shaped in me this season? Um, I would probably say grace. God has of course given me grace, but I think allowing grace for other people, um, molding me. I feel like I get a little bit better each year, and I feel like I had it on the nose because I normally write my prayers down, and I felt like I wrote something down specifically recently. Oh man, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. But it's just always like just shaping my character, like somehow, some way, and really is building more trust in Him, like strengthening my trust. And I think like that's the difficult thing about serving God. It's like He has to put you in a place where you need Him, and you be like, God, I need you right now. I need you right now, and He'll be like, well, I'll help you in like a week or two. Like I need
Well, like, I need you to go through the fire first a little bit.
right.
Yeah.
And that builds the trust. So
Right.
oh my gosh, I'll probably bring it back up maybe in a little bit. But I had like my hand on something like the other day. But it's always just like character building, giving grace. Cause I don't like I hope you don't look at me negatively about this, but I went through the season where it's like kept saying I don't like people. Because
Severe, I went through that season too, which is no. I think, are you introverted too? Yeah. So
like-
as an introvert, I'm pretty sure we all go through this.
yeah.
Like, I don't like people.
Cause it's almost like I had in my mind, like, people are here to hurt you. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Cause in my mind, it's like, I just feel like in my mind, I don't intentionally hurt people.
Right.
That's how I feel. And I feel like we don't know what the people who are around us at our job throughout the day are going through. So when they take that pain out on us, it's not necessarily us that
Right.
they're mad at.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I'm not in that place now. And I can say that I went through like a season, maybe for like a month or two. Like, I didn't even like myself because I allow people to take advantage of me. But like I said, I went through seasons without having the tools to like really defend myself.
Yeah.
So now, like, although my son's only 13, I'm like, hey, son, what's a boundary? How do you protect yourself? A bank account, you need a PIN code to access the money. Okay, how do people access your heart? How do people access it? And
Well, that's so good. I'm glad you're teaching him that kind of stuff.
I don't want him to go through what I went through.
Right.
It's like
So good.
I realized that we attract certain things. If you're a giver, you're gonna attract taker. So you gotta have limits, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you guys, it's me again. Don't worry, I'll be right back with our guests. I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you so much for spending time with us today. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. Let's sit and think about what might have been said that can relate to your life today. And if you're enjoying it, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, comment, all the things. You can find us on YouTube for Such Time as This with Bethany Garner, or you can find us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. All right, let's get back to them. So, how are you practically navigating the dating world nowadays? Like, I know you said you like to meet people organically. Are you on the apps at all?
I'm not. I'm not. And I kind of, for those people who know me and Bethany, we go to Union Church together. So
Right.
I kind of want to talk to the leaders. Like, can we start a union dating app? And
Oh my goodness. Just for all the people that go to Union.
It's for all the people who go to Union.
Yeah.
You know?
Not the worst idea.
So I'm like, I'm not on the apps. But this is the thing. I think just being honest. I shoot my shot. I would probably say it falls. If I shoot 10 shots, it might go in 2 times. So I might get 2 dates. And it's kind of like, I don't know. It'll be something. Like I said, the last woman that I was seriously dating, I felt like we were moving in the right direction. But, asking questions kind of showed that we weren't. So, I think I'm at the point right now, I'm not using the apps. I don't know, a part of me is kind of like, Pastor Stephen, like, if you're single, especially in your 30s, you might want to open all your options. But I don't know, I just kind of feel like life is like that organic experience where you actually know who they are. You may not know a ton about them. But I'm like the face-to-face person to person, and I think that I feel like women are more, acceptable, and they respect a man who can say, "Hey,
Oh, for sure.
I like you," rather than receive a message on your phone, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yes, 100%. And I think from the women's perspective, a lot of us in the church nowadays are like, why are men not approaching people? Like, it's not a thing that happens as much anymore.
Oh,
Yeah. So I commend you on still shooting your shot in person.
and then with me being introverted,
Right.
it's like, and I will say, you're really sweet, because I think the first time we actually held a conversation was at Brick Studios, and you walked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You walked up to him and said, "Hey, Edwin," and I think that was kind of cool. So I think it's like a bit of extra, maybe a teeny bit of extra.
I'll tell you, it's not. Unless, is it possible to change over time? Because there was no extrovert in me.
Maybe maybe. I think you're just like a social introvert. Like, if you're at a table, you're not gonna not talk to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but before I came to Union, that wasn't true.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Something about Union brought me out of my shell.
Okay.
I really don't I don't know. I think so when I left my previous church and I started coming to Union, I actually went through this in my head and was like, I kind of have the opportunity to go into a place where nobody knows me, and I can be a different version of myself.
Okay.
And I didn't necessarily being as introverted as I was. I like the introverted side of me, but I didn't like being as quiet as I was. So I was like, I'm going to go to this church and I'm going to be more bubbly and more talkative.
Okay.
So now, all my friends at Union, when I tell them I'm introverted, they're always like, Bethany, no, you're not. And I'm like, I promise I am. This is just who I've become. And it's become easier and easier the longer I've been at Union, because now I have so many friends because I came out of my shell.
Yeah.
So now that I have so many friends and I've done it so many times, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can talk to people.
I don't know. I feel like introverts, we just kind of know, you know what I mean? Oh, that's my introverted friend right there. We can I can be myself. Yes. I can be myself.
Yeah. And I still have to put myself in the mindset of being introverted or extroverted when I go into a room.
I got you.
like when I go to groups at Union and I'm going to like my first time at a group, I like have to like hype myself up to be like,
No,
okay, I'm about
get
to
it.
meet so many new people. All right, we got to be talkative.
Yeah.
Or there'll be times where I'm just like not feeling it because I've worn out my social battery because it wears out quickly being an introvert. So sometimes, like last night, for example, I went to a worship night and I went and I was like, this is not an extroverted night for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go sit and then be and worship. And I'm not like there. I went with my friend, so I had somebody like to talk to, but we didn't go around like mingling, talking to everybody. We just went and worshipped.
I think I'm the same way. I think I have to hype myself up as well. So I definitely get that back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But thank you. So where do you shoot your shot? Like in church, or you do it like explain more?
So because I'm introverted, I just make a goal for the year. And I didn't start this until last year.
Okay.
Because I'm introverted, like for this year, I have to just walk up to at least 10 women and just say that they're beautiful. I'll just say, hey. I say, hey, how are you? What's your name? And I just say, hey, my name's Edwin. I just want to tell you that you're really beautiful. You have a great day. If that transpires to like a deeper conversation, then cool. But that's just for my introverted self. If I don't care about not getting a number. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say normally I prefer somebody who knows me a little bit, who has seen me.
Okay.
Like I said, the cold approaches don't really work too much for me. I feel like my entire life has kind of been the women that I like don't like me, and the women that like me I don't like in that way. But like it's always like that friction. Like God, can you send me somebody that we both mutually find each other attractive? But I will say like over the years, like Union has like a lot of singles groups.
Yeah.
So I have been shooting my shot. I think actually the last probably 3 dates I went on, 1, 2, the last 3 dates I went on were with Union women. So that's why I'm kind of like, hey, can we get like a union date in there?
Yeah, I feel like that is a really good idea, but I also feel like that could get really messy.
I feel like it definitely could because like because all of it's not gonna work out. If and when it doesn't work out, you still gotta.
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of us that have like dated within the church, and it's like I know it's a big church, but still, it's like everybody knows everybody's business because like we're all
right.
I don't know, but I like the idea. I do. I just am also like it also could be messy.
Yeah. So
when you like first start talking to a woman, what like boundaries do you put to like protect your heart from like getting attached too early on? Well, it's not a struggle for you at all.
I will probably say as far as setting boundaries, one, I think a date is just like information gathering, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
And I don't really have any expectations. I think when I was younger, I was like, well, she said yes, and I like her, and I'm assuming she likes me. So this has to end in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, don't have any expectations. Everything is kind of tentative. So this is just us seeing if we can be friends, maybe a little bit more than friends, seeing if we have anything in common. And I think as far as like setting boundaries specifically, I think it's just an experience. I'm just having an experience with this person. So like not having any expectations.
Yeah, that's good.
And just knowing, like, I think about the journey of Joseph in the Bible when his brothers threw him into captivity. He just had to go through each stage and God already knew the outcome.
Yeah.
So I just look at it, if it doesn't work, it's just a stage. Like I said, giving people grace, because I'm also learning what's that line, and maybe you can give me your opinion as well, because I know some really good people that's in my life, and we all have weaknesses. So for me, it's just like, hypothetically, if I have a friend, or in this conversation specifically, if I have a woman or a wife who doesn't speak up for herself, but she prays all the time. She prays over me. She is always in her word. Like, there has to be a line where it's like, you can't say, hey, I want a perfect person.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Sure.
how can I adjust life if I do marry a wife who doesn't speak up for herself? So it's kind of like, maybe I'll teach her, kind of guide her in a way where she can speak up. So I think learning to find out, like, what's that line where this is non-negotiable, and what's this line where I can deal with this weakness to a degree, because I have my own weaknesses as well.
Right, exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of like where I'm at right now. And as far as like you said, specifically your question was about boundaries. Just having no expectations and just knowing when the time is going to come. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, just like not putting yourself out there emotionally. Like, after one date, don't say, hey, you want a key to my house?
No, well, okay, yeah.
So now when you do that, and if they say, hey, I've moved in, that's my stuff over there, now you're committing emotionally. Don't commit emotionally until, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And constantly pray. Constantly pray, you know?
Yeah. That's one of my like struggles. I'm like, I'll say I do like a little bit better with it now, but like I get emotionally invested like really quickly.
Okay.
I think because my brain constantly is like future focused.
Yeah.
So
Because you envisioned it.
yeah.
You envisioned it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know if that's just a me thing. I don't know if that's a woman thing. I don't know, but it's hard. So it's like the past couple times I've talked to guys, it's been like, okay, constantly, like, on a daily basis, I'll, like, text my friends and be like, "Can you remind me that this man is, like, a stranger, please? Because I can't." I have one friend, she, like, will voice note me and be like, "Bethany, he's still a stranger." And I'm like,
Got you.
"Right, you're right, you're right." And then I'll, like, pray continuously, like, "Lord, don't let my heart get too attached yet."
Got you. I got you. So is it kind of like a thing? If you don't mind me asking,
Go ahead.
how did your last dating situation, how did it come about? What did he say, hey, I think you're really beautiful. Can we grab? Like, was it like somebody in the church or?
So, like, the last person I dated, like, at all, or, like, the guy that I exclusively dated?
Yeah, let's say exclusively date. I say exclusively date.
So that was last year, and that was actually me shooting my shot, on Instagram. So
Okay. No, I'm for that. I'm for that. So we'll go pause for a second. I'm for that because I feel like it opens up doors. Because, like, for me, like, hypothetically, if I shoot my shot 3 times and I miss, and then I'm in a room with a woman who I find attractive, but I'm like, shot number 4, I'm just going by my day. I think I gotta cook. I gotta clean, whatever.
Yeah.
If you just say, hey, I think you're attractive, have a good day, I think that opens up the doors, like, for women. So you don't necessarily, I know Pastor Stevens, like, men need to be the pursuer. But
Yeah.
I'm for women, like,
Showing their
just saying,
interest.
he's right, at least show your interest.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that's what I figured out, like, through conversations with people is more like men need to be the pursuers and maybe be the ones that are, like, initiating, like, getting a phone number or going on a date, but, like,
Yeah.
the women can show interest. Just trying to figure out, like,
Show interest, ladies. Show interest.
Yeah. But for me, like, even with the Instagram shooting my shot, I still did it, like, very subtly. Like, I didn't just, like, full on go into his DMs and be like,
Gotcha.
"Hey, you're attractive. Let's go out."
Okay.
I, like, just kept swiping up on his stories and then, like, kept conversation going. And then at one point after we had, like, just had multiple conversations, he was like, "Hey, is there a reason that you, like, reached out to me and keep swiping up on my stories?" And I was like, "I just find you attractive and your personality seems really cool." And he was like, "Okay, just make sure we're on the same page."
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
There we go.
Ladies, listen. So you smooth, too. You smooth.
Okay, but it didn't. But then I went through a phase after that for a while where I was like, I'm not shooting my shot anymore because I did it and, like, it worked out, but it didn't work out. Like, I'm not with him anymore.
Yeah, I got you.
So I went through a phase of like, ugh, I'm just gonna let Ben come to me because me shooting my shot not even anything.
I think that's for anybody. I feel like if you try something long enough and it doesn't work, like, I think that's normal. That's normal for me.
Do you do you think in the church, not our church specifically, but just like the American church, what could they be doing or what could they be doing better for like singles? Does that make sense?
Yeah. What could the church do better for singles? That's a good question. Well, I feel like we're um so I will say for me, I've been preparing. I've been in groups at Union Church that have helped me to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's only but so much you can do. So I think
So much that the church can do.
yeah, I think
That's
there's
fair.
only but so much the church can do. Pastors need to continue to preach. I would probably say continue to preach and teach us to prepare for what we want. That's very important. I don't know. The world kind of has like their speed dating and things like that. That's a tough question. I would probably just say really just kind of provided opportunities maybe. I find and maybe you can give me a little bit of your experience on the last singles night we went to. But just providing more opportunities, I would say. And I know like the ratio, it seems like at the events all I go to, they're in my favor.
Yeah.
The ratio is in my men's favor.
Right.
But I feel like kind of like even when I go to like singles events and it's like a short, you might talk to a person for 10 minutes, you might talk to a person for an hour. I don't know. I feel like those quick experiences don't, I don't know. How do you feel about a stranger walking up to you saying, "Hey, I find you attractive"?
I think it depends on where we are.
Okay.
Because if we're at a singles night at church, that's fine.
That's okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, for example, literally yesterday at work, I work at Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
I'm in my Chick-fil-A uniform, mind you. My hair a mess, no makeup on, but okay. I'm like walking food out to somebody's car, and this guy like rolls his window down and was like, "Do you always look that good when you're taking food outside?" And I was like, I guess so. So like that kind of stuff, I'm like, bro, just let it go. Like, you need to say that right then. But if we're like at a singles event or even just like at church, like I don't mind.
Yeah.
Because like I know that person is coming from like the right place. If we're in church, there's no way you're coming at it just like trying to like hook up with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I will say that I do know people, so we gotta have that spirit of discernment. I do know people who are like brand new to God and they coming in the church.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
Sure. But also like maybe not. Maybe I think too highly of people. But like even if you're brand new to God and you're coming into church, you're in church. You're not going to hit on a woman and expect to hook up with her. Right? No? Okay, maybe I expect too much of people.
Because a lot of people know, because I remember one of my friends, I introduced her to Union Church. And she was going through like the steps, the steps part.
Like the growth track?
Yeah, the growth track.
Uh-huh.
And they go through this phase, or they go off the list. There's like, all right, so being a leader in Union Church, or like being a part of a team in Union Church, we don't want you to indulge and be under the influence and anything. Right. We don't want you to be sexually immoral. And my friend was like, the guy next to her was like, we can't have sex.
Okay.
So it's like, it's a transition. It's a process. Yeah. So I don't know. Definitely, ladies guard your heart. People guard your heart.
Right. That's fair.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like if some guy comes up to me and is like, "Oh, you're attractive," in church, I'm gonna like be like, "Okay, let's go on a date." I'm just saying, I'm not like offended by it. Like it's nice for him to do.
So, question. I definitely don't want to hold this up because I know you have a lot of questions.
You're good.
What is? Because I don't think I've mastered. How do you reject somebody you're not attracted to?
That's a good question.
It is. Like, how do you do it nicely?
I think it depends on like what they've said and how they've gone about it.
Okay.
But I'm a pretty nice person, so it's not too like I'm just like, hey, I'm just not really interested. I'm so sorry, or like
that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
A lot of times though, like if it's like out in public and it's that kind of experience, like yesterday type experience, I'm just like, okay, and I just like keep it moving. But if it's like a guy coming up to me in like a grocery store or something, and I I feel like I have a pretty good feel on like people just from like one like very tiny interaction.
Yeah.
So if like a guy comes up to me in a grocery store and I just have this like, this is not it.
Mm.
I'll be like, I have a boyfriend, even if I don't.
I like that. I like that. No, I like it. I like it. Because I feel like I have not mastered that, and
That's
through my experiences, I respect whichever way you do it as long as you're not disrespectful. Because I shot my shot, and it was actually with a woman at Union Church, and first time we met, we held like a nice 5-minute conversation. The following day, or maybe like the following time that I saw her, I was like, "Hey, can I get your number? Can I take you out?" And she was like, one of the greeters, like the people who hand the pamphlets out when you're coming in and stuff like that. She's like, I gotta, oh, we can talk, and kind of walked away. I respect.
right. Yeah.
I get the gist. You don't want to say
Out what I would have done.
you know. So I respect it. I just try to get like feedback, like what's the proper way.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think being nice about it is just like
That's
just
the
saying, like,
thing.
hey, I'm
It's
not
amazing
interested. I'm so sorry. I feel bad still when I say that, but
because we don't want to hurt anybody.
right,
But
exactly.
that's life, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm such
That's-
yeah. I think that's why I say like, oh, I have a boyfriend because like I don't want to hurt their feelings by saying like, I'm just not interested. It's like, oh, I can't.
Yeah, I get it. I like it.
Do you have like a specific scripture that you go to like that like brings you like comfort in the season of life that you're in?
I think really my main thing I think in life is very important. I think to focus on the blessings that are around you. I think that's one of the main things because in my mind, I think since I was in high school, I was telling God like, if you're ready, I'm ready.
Right.
If you want me to come, like since I was like a younger person, it's just like kind of uncomfortable being down here at times,
Yeah.
So God has been working with me, like making me comfortable in discomfort, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. So, cause I really be thinking about a lot of times, like the end, like heaven, perfection,
Yeah.
no more sin. Cause it's kind of like, I don't know if this is weird, but I don't like being imperfect. Like, I don't like making mistakes,
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as far as like a go-to scripture, like I'm always thinking about the end. I'm always thinking about it won't always be like this. But I think I think it's Jeremiah said, I know the plans I have, you plans to prosper. That's one. I have like 3 or 4 of them in my phone. I don't know them all off the top of my head.
It's good.
But Jeremiah is good. What else is good? Jeremiah.
Yeah, I know that one is Jeremiah 29:11 because that was my favorite verse for a while.
Yeah. That's one. But really just focusing on who God is and kind of I think just being realistic as well. Like I hope to get married, but like I said, it's no guarantee. And I think God has people around us to observe us and see how we handle being a believer of God, how we handle people watching us. Cause like you ever like go through a season of life and it feels like what is the point of this? Like,
Yeah, I often, but I always go back and like remind myself like literally the point of life is to live for Christ and bring others to him.
Right.
Like if I didn't have that as my mindset, yeah, all the time I would be like, what is the point of this?
What is the point? Because even when you think about Jesus' journey, he didn't really benefit from down on the cross.
Oh,
we did.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I kind of feel like that's kind of like how life is. Like we're going through things for the benefit of other people.
Yep.
And if we're literally, this might be a silly analogy, if we're literally building up God's kingdom, like this building we're in, we might be building the back part. And it's people in the front that we can't see building the front.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like what we're doing in the back is helping them, but we can't see it.
Right, exactly.
So
Yeah.
it all works together.
Yeah.
It works together.
Yeah. All right, last question. What's one piece of encouragement you would give someone that's in the same season you're in?
One piece of encouragement that I would give somebody in the same season that I'm in, I would probably say one of the main things that I've learned, not only about this season and the place that I'm in, but the pain, the suffering, that emotional um, frustration that we go through, it's really building you up. It's really making you better. And when I sit and I think about the good things and the bad things that I've been through, I believe, like, I sit and I think, and that might have been what I was referencing earlier. I believe, like, the pain just really like, life happens for you. Life happens for you. That's what I truly believe. So it's like really sitting, like, how Pastor Stephen ends all his messages, Holy Spirit, what are you saying to me?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, I would tell somebody, someone, it's working for your good. I
Mm-hmm.
know it sucks. And that's another scripture that, like, all things work together for God's glory. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another one. It's working for your good.
Mm-hmm.
And in due time, you will reap a harvest, like what you've sown. It takes a long time sometimes. I
Mm-hmm.
think Joseph suffered for like 13 years from going from slavery to Potiphar's house to prison.
Yeah.
Um, it's a long journey. I would probably just say don't give up, because I've had that feeling like I'm tired of this. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I keep on saying that word grace. Like, I've literally been in my bedroom with water, like tears in my eyes, like screaming at the top of my lungs, like, God, why are you allowing this? Like, why? Like, I'm faithful. I'm not perfect. Sin feels good sometimes, but it's like, why are you allowing this?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I sit and I think, like, after the fact, when you're out of your feelings, when you're out of your emotions, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, I did learn this. I did learn that. And, that part did make me better. So now, next time it happens, I think you just got to enjoy the moment.
Thank you guys so much for spending time with us today. I really loved having you here. If you liked this episode, make sure you share it with someone you know. I'd also love if you guys would comment any questions you might have that we can answer on future episodes. Remember that each one of you was born for such a time as this. Until next time, bye!